into 4. It's our third red source. Here's our Irencrag. 7 red mana, please. One more spell for the turn. Here is our Chromatic Orrery. And now we have 4 mana over here, 5 mana over there. Already at 9, we dropped to 10. Woo! Oh yeah, nice cultivate, brah. Hey everybody, welcome back and thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch Hello Good Game. Today we are playing with the Chrome Fox, Zirda the Dawnbreaker. I call it the Dawnbreaker because it's breaking my mind and the meta. This is a 3/3 in which we can pay 1, tapping it. Target creature cannot block this turn, so we can open up our attacking lanes with that, which is pretty cool. And then abilities you activate that aren't mana abilities cost 2 less to activate. This effect can't reduce the mana cost to less than 1, so it can take everything down to 1, which is really cool. So when we talk about things that we want to be unblocked, we have the Crawling Barrens, and now I know this is weird to jump right into a land, but we can pay 4 to put 2 +1/+1 counters on Crawling Barrens. It becomes a creature if you want. If not, it can stay as a land, and those counters stay there. We can repeat that process to make the Crawling Barrens, as big as a 10/10, 14/14, whatever we want. Zirda's ability can not only reduce the cost from 4 down to 2, but we can open our attacking lanes for the Crawling Barrens to hit home once they get big and nasty. Into our 1-drops, we have 4 copies of Shock, dealing 2 damage to any target. This is just great removal early game, and if you need a little bit of reach late game, it's going to get it done as well. Into our 2-drops, we have 2 copies of the Mazemind Tome. You can tap it to scry 1, put a counter on it. When there's 4 counters on it, you sacrifice it, gaining 4 life. We can also pay 2, dropping that cost down to 1 if Zirda is in play. That'll allow us to put a counter on it and draw a card, which is really nice. 3 copies of Thundering Rebuke at sorcery speed, dealing 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. 4 copies of Fire Prophecy at instant speed, dealing 3 damage to target creature. You may put a card from your hand into the bottom of your library. If you do, draw a card. This is a nice way to, if you have too many lands, to put a land from your hand into the library and draw, hopefully, something more relevant to the current board state. Into our 3-drops, 3 copies of the Radha, Heart of Keld. Now this little lady's a 3/3 and allows us to look at the cards from the top of our library, playing lands from that pile as well, which is really cool. So that's a virtual card advantage whenever you're playing cards from somewhere other than your hand, keeping your hand nice and full for that mid to late game. And then of course she does have first strike as long as it's your turn, and you can pay 6 to give her +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of lands you control. The 6 cost is reduced down to 4 with Zirda the Dawnwaker, in which we do have 3 additional copies main board, like I mentioned. 4 copies of Irencrag Feet for 4. We can cast this, adding 7 mana to our pool, only allowing us to spend or cast 1 more spell. The turn is the only downside there. As far as things that we want to cast, Chromatic Orrery is 7, so that fills the void perfectly. And then mana, you can cast it as though it were any color, which is really nice. And that will come full circle onto Kenrith in a minute. We can tap it to add 5 mana, obviously of any color due to its other ability. And we can pay 5 and tap it, so we can't use the 5 from it because they're both tap abilities unless you're untapping it somehow, which we're not here. To draw cards for each color among permanents you control. Keep in mind that even though lands are permanent, they are colorless, and we do need to keep in mind the devotion aspect of the game, where the colored characters or mana symbols is what will determine that. So we talked about spending mana as though it were any color. We have Kenrith the Returned King, which you can cast for 5. So the Orrery enters for 7. If you didn't use the feat to cast it, you can immediately cast a Kenrith on top. If you did, then you can't, because you're only allowed 1 more spell that turn. So Kenrith is great because the Orrery allows our mana to be any color. We can give Trample and Haste, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, gain 5 life, draw a card, return target creature from the graveyard to the battlefield under our control. And all of these abilities are reduced thanks to, again, our Zirda the Dawnwaker, which is really cool. And then of course we're just basically ramping into our Ugins. You all know Ugin, 7 loyalty, +2/3 damage to any target, -X, exiling each permanent with converted mana cost X. That's 1 or more colors, and then -10, you gain 7 life, draw 7 cards, then put 7 permanents from your hand into the battlefield. We have 2 Fabled Passages. We talked about the Barrens. We have the pathways within Branchloft and Boulderloft, Needleverge and Pillarverge pathways. We've got 4 Temple of Vens, 4 Cagecrown and Timbercrown pathways, 1 forest, 2 mountains, and a single plains. We are playing traditional today, so we've got the sideboard, which kind of like jammed up on us for a little bit, but it does consist of 2 Ox of Agonis for 5, a 4/2. When it enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, discarding our hand before we do so. So hopefully you're playing that on an empty hand. Escape for 2, plus exiling 8 cards from our graveyard, enters with a +1/+1 counter on it, re-triggers the ETB effect. This is great against rogues. Phoenix of Ash, also great against rogues. Anything with escape just wilds out on the old rogue archetype. We can pay 3 to pump it by +2/+0. It is a 2/2 with flying and haste organically, and then the escape is 4 + 3 cards from the graveyard. Comes in with an additional 1/1 counter on it. 4 copies of the Underworld Ragehound. Again, more escape, a 3/1, attacks each combat if able. When it escapes, it does so with a +1/+1 counter on it. More anti-rogue within Chainweb Arachner, a 1/2 with reach, dealing damage equal to its power when it enters the battlefield to target creature your opponent controls with flying. Escape for 5 plus 4 other cards from our graveyard. Coming in with 3 additional +1/+1 counters on it, plus re-triggering the ETB effect when you do escape it. And of course, 4 copies of Red Cat Melee, instant speed for 1, 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If a non-red permanent would be dealt damage this way, we have to sacrifice a land. So keep that in mind. A lot of, you know, not only control hate through the escape, but the rogue hate as well. And then of course we do have the Red Cat Melee against any red aggro style decks. So as far as the strategy and synergy goes, you know, you want to get your Dawnwaker in right away. That's going to reduce the copies or the cost of many of your cards. The Tome is great for making sure that you're hitting your drops. Heart of Keld is amazing, so you keep playing lands from your library instead of your hand. You know, if you do have a big payoff spell, you can use your feet to jump into it early. If not, you know, you'll get there organically and you can control the field state with Ugin. Easy peasy, a lemon squeezy. Thanks for your time and attention. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel out to a friend, of course. And you can support financially on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, and our Amazon link. Enjoy today's gameplay footage. I had a blast playing the deck, and we're going to be playing it a ton more. Take care, and we'll see you in a few minutes. All right, let's get after it. Woohoo! There's the combo wombo. This Irencrag feat has been seeing play all over the place. It's a little bit ridiculous. We have no play for 1 other than shock, which is, you know, not important. We got the big 2-0 going on as well. Reposition the camera so we can actually get intimate with one another. And hopefully that's a little bit better. I don't like how zoomed in it is, but it should just generally be better so I can actually make eye contact instead of like going way over here to do it. And we need some lands. We've got that figured out, so let's take up plains. This is good as well. That's Scry. Ugano can stay there because we can basically cheat it out once the Orrery's in play. Just very radical, brah. And we played a 3 Dawnbreaker in hand. I'm gonna call it the Dawnbreaker, not the Dawnwaker, as it breaks the game. Right, it's a meta breaking deck. Tier -1. Interesting. Doesn't this get sacrificed? Huh. The more you know. We play down into 4. It's our 3rd red source. Here's our Irencrag. 7 red mana, please. 1 more spell for the turn. Here is our Chromatic Orrery. And now we have 4 mana over here, 5 mana over there. Already at 9, we drop to 10. Woo! Oh yeah, nice cultivate, brah. Cool ramp. So I'm just gonna E equals broken. I think we'll just toss this in here for fun, right? At a certain point. Just like huge text coming up on your screen. Nice. That's always super fun. Oh yeah, take it. Take it. Oh no. So this is going to be a thing, right? This is a very quick Ugin. They're comprehending now. They're like, what happened? The Orrery is so good too, because we can also draw cards. So there's no way they can deal 6 damage to Ugin with 3 mana. I mean, the Dragonfires do help. Net positive gain. Deals 3, we only go up by 2. Burning your spells though. Okay, now they hit for 4. Very good. This gets returned to their hand because there's no +1/+1 counters on it. It wasn't kicked. That's their turn. We will take a forest. Yup. And we can also spend mana as though we're any color, so it actually doesn't really matter. First things first. Ugin rains down Terror. So many things I want to do here. Tap our Orrery for 5 mana, just basically plays Kenrith for free. So good. We have plenty of red sources. Let's stack our greens. And now it actually costs 2 less because of the breaker or whatever. So we can put +1/+1 counters and haste and trample, which is going to be a lot of fun here. And yeah. Let's push up our Dawnbreaker because Kenny is so valuable. Now we hit for 10. We have lethal next turn with Ugin. It's plus ability. Woo! Please and thank you. Right? Pretty sick sideboard. Right? Very easy. You know, the Dragonfire makes it so the Phoenix probably isn't relevant. That's more against the removal decks, and while they do have red to them, do we need the removal? I think we do. Let's just take the red cat melees and let's toss out our rebukes. Right? It's just like a much cheaper version of it. Right, it's also a much better version of Shock when we're faced off against red permanents. Alright, we have our Orrery. We're going to be looking for the Ugin, and we have a Heart of Keld to be playing lands from the library, which is, you know, virtual card advantage is what that's known as, and our opponent's seen that first match. They're not into playing second. We have to toss this. There's no way we get to 4 lands. I mean, it's nice to have the feat in hand, but keep 6, toss an Orrery. Not only do we have a feat, we have our Orrery. The land's a little awkward, though. Look at this font size, man. How big this deck is. Got yourself a big dad deck. That's our latest emote. We need a good one for the moms as well, right? That's our first red source. The Tome can help us find our mountains for the feet, push us into our Orrery. You guys know where it goes from there. Right? This font demands your attention. Right? It's like, what even cards do we have over here even? It's even overlapping my name. Zirda is the alpha and the omega. All that is. Let's take a red source. Ah. Tome in play, which will at least help us a bit, I hope. Golgari control, I am assuming. Doesn't feel like aggro. Could be mid-range. Let's see if they play a creature or not. Nope. Definitely Golgari control. which is another new deck. So this is going to be a great match for you guys. Hopefully. Fire Prophecy is not a red land, right? We need mountains, baby. That's not it either. Let's Zirda into our hand. We'll take another Scry. Which puts us to 4, but we're way off of our Irencrag feet. Okay. Drawing a card here. Coming in tapped. Innkeeper in play. Now the Falamir Knight. Draw 1, plus Death Touch. Decent. That's pretty good, son. Alright, I think they're done. Let's take our Scry. Oof, we don't mind it. It's not a red land, but it can help us pull one. Oh no, it won't, because we don't have a green source in play. You fool! It's still not bad. It's still not bad. It's a good play. Oh, and there is the red source. So we pay 1 to draw. No, we pay 2 to draw. Right? So that can just like chill out. The first strike's really good against the death touch as well. So first strike does first damage before the death touch damage goes in. So if you can get the kill with the first strike, you won't receive any death touch damage, and you know, then you won't die from it. So look at that do today. Nice. Oh, gem rates are coming in hot. That's gonna take out our bay. Right, we're losing our tome, which is it could be way worse than that, in all honesty. The 4 trample death touch is really good though. That's a play, right? Down to 16. Come on, Ugin. We need a few more. Oh, there is another red off the top. That's nice. So playing from our library, not from our hand, because now we, instead of drawing that later, have already drawn this. I promise. So, should we just trade with Kenny? Right, just to stop the damage. Or we shock. Right, we shock with first strike. This costs 2 less as well, so for 4, we can give +X and trample, I believe. Oh, the henge is so good. So good. The henge is great. Yeah, now this comes into play and they draw a card. Oh! Woo! Come on, Jerome. Why are you playing me like this, buddy? Oh, and they don't go for it. You dog. Okay, we'll take the draw engine. The only casting 1 more spell for the turn bums me out. We're sitting on 5. I need to kill this so they don't mutate and kill our orrery, is the thing. Which leaves us with 4. This costs 2 less because of, right, so we can actually do that twice. No, attackers, thank you. Let's leave that there. We're going to use the mana of it just to push it itself up again. We should have left it as not a creature, but it doesn't matter. No, because it will tap itself, so it won't come out as a blocker. So we can just do it now. So that's nice. We're ready to use our Irencrag feat. We have our Orrery and then our Kenny, which we won't be able to play on top because we can only cast one more spell, but meh. Ooh, well that's a good one to cast, Pokranos. That can deal with everything. There's a tome on top. We need an Ugin is what we need. Ugin? Let's go! Land on top is nice. We're gonna scry that tome away. I need removal. Let's hit with the Heart of Keld. If they block, we can pump it. Using the first strike to our advantage. Sure, bud. We can still do it organically if we need. They only have one mana open, 2 with the Jazz. It could be a Heartless Act. That would be terrifying. No way. Even worse, Murderous Rider. Where'd they get that 3rd mana from? The Henge was already tapped. Am I blind? I guess. Oh, power 4 or greater. So this creates 2 mana, I see. Oh! Well, that's unpleasant. We should have went with the Orrery. Ugin? Get over here. That Great Henge is really boning us. We're gonna have to surprise them with the Barrens, I think. They probably have more removal, is also the thing. Orrery in play. Hopefully they don't, I guess. I don't know. I'm sure they do. This is our first match. We have another to play as well. We know what we're up against here. Skullgary Adventure. That Henge is annoying. Okranos. Could be worse, but it's also not like a game breaker. They have so much value, and we're all out of it. If they have any removal, they win, and we need to literally top deck an Ugin. Yeah, here's the removal. We have 3 colors. If the lands count, and I think they do. We're super duper dead though. This just doesn't even matter. It's not gonna work. We didn't find Ugin when we needed to. That's just called there. We know Red Cat melee is a non-issue. The Phoenix might be semi-worthwhile, but at the end of the day, I also don't really think so. The shocks should stay. We should keep our removal on the Edgewall Innkeepers. That's all we can hope for is a decent draw hand. A good form of removal. Our land on that last match was kind of weird. We didn't hit our feet on time, and, you know, I think just from there, they kind of got a good grasp on things throughout their draw. They're sideboarding aggressively against us. All right. We're not going anywhere. Don't worry. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend, and of course, hit that bell icon for all of our future uploads. 500,000 gem giveaway going on. Don't miss out on that. Free cash prize tournaments. You guys know the ordeal. Playing first. We just need to pull a combo piece. We're playing first. We have early disruption. This can be a green source. A little bit more removal. Interesting. We need the Orrery. We need a Kenrith. Well, even Kenrith, maybe not so much. Just because he's so easy to remove. Our turn. Let's put it in hand. Get Crawling Barrens in play. We're just looking for a top deck. That's not it. Tome in play. That's not what they were expecting. Let's do a passage. You're gonna draw, lose life. That's fine. We can take a draw, which I think is our best bet. We will pull a green source, so we have access to our Heart of Keld. Alright, just a shock here. They get to play the creature first, which sucks, but as soon as it goes on the stack... Oh, greedy. So we're not taking the draw. They get one draw here instead of two. I wish I had a second shock. We will Fire Prophecy it, just take their draws away. We're looking for a payoff spell, not another Dawnwaker. We should probably just scoop this up, let's be honest. We can toss the land. Okay, Heart of Keld. End our turn. You can't reduce it to less than 1, so we don't have mana for the tome to draw. I believe that works with the tome, doesn't it? It should. Right? Tome for 1 instead of 2. We have a Heart of Keld, which should at least make things better. I don't care about that at all. Just the event. Feet can go, we already have one. They're both odd, so that's fine. They're tapped. What do we have? Not much. Let's play the Heart of Keld first, see if we grab a land. We don't, so we can scry the feet to the bottom. Again, we're looking for a payoff spell here. Shock doesn't do it. We can draw it if they play something we need to remove. If not, we should scry it away. Or draw it anyways. Probably draw it anyways and just hold on to it. There's the orrery. We're getting closer.
Unfold as a brushway. Brace yourself. Every day is a new mutation.
Oh, the double blocker sucks. I need this not to tap. Orrery in play. And now we can push this up. Right, we have 2 mana left over. It does cost 4. But I think we should still go for it, shouldn't we? No, I don't want to lose it. They would block it. Let's just draw a card. 4 life. Another orrery does nothing. We do have a Kenrith though, and that can help. Trample from Kenrith will be really nice. Plus all the 1/1s that it generates through the orrery's mana of any color. So as long as there's no instant speed removal. Is there removal? Oh, there is. Dang it. Ugin, you better get over here soon. Never been so hard to find him. That hand's just so good. Everything they play just results in a draw. So good. I can't even. 4/4 works a bit. These 3/3s come out as 4/4s now from Vivian. So that's a thing. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, non-token. Yeah.
Beauty lies in
But at least that's a thing. We can still block the 3/3s. Death Touch can attack us. We can attack it with First Strike. They don't attack. They don't have a 1/1, and they never will because of the hench. Zadira in play reduces the cost of this draw, I believe. And it's quite nice, but no Ugin. We'll play the land. There he is. Good boy. Right? Didn't you guys feel that way as well? We're at 23. Let's just use our tome. Pass our turn. This should be good. Don't you dare. Alright, we're gonna get a Bloodchief's Thirst on our Heart of Keld. We can resolve that. We're down to 37 cards. We can't minus on the henge is the thing. We're gonna have to plus if we want to minus on the henge. Gross. That's upsetting to me. It's okay, we'll pull a second Ugin. Let's just scry to take us to 4 life at an expedited rate. They could minus. Nice. Grab a leg. They can search their library for anything. I'm guessing an ooze? We'll see though. It has to have lesser converted mana, I believe, right? Yeah. An innkeeper for the draw engine. You dog. So good. Ugin stays there. Can we just go like this and cast Ugin organically? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it costs less. Oops. That's on me. And we want a -5. Oh, it tapped our orrery, so we did not want that. I guess we... What the hell? Anyways, we still -5. I wanted to tap the orrery if we could, which we should have been able to. We have the mana. Whatever, let's just eat the mana, take a draw. More land, great. We can put it into here, at least. Decline. Alright, we've reset it. They still have the henge in play. So that sucks, right? If Ugin can survive and we can do some more draws with the orrery, it should be okay. They're gonna take the other orrery. Or maybe the shock. I mean, shock kills an innkeeper. They don't have anything to deal with the orrery in the first place, that means. So, you know, they are assuming card advantage by leaving the orrery, which is of higher threat, but unplayable because we already have one. So they're better to take the shock. I love that draw. So good. Kind of bummed out we didn't get it last turn, but at least we were able to sink our mana in. And they're gonna start re-pushing that field up. We're down to 35, so our draws are quite tasty here. It's just that henge is just so annoying. Both of these creatures survive Ugin as well, so that's a little bit risky. We can chump block with the Crawling Barrens, right, for an interrupt that they're not expecting. Okay, so Heart of Keld first. This is great. Passage off the top. That's awesome too. We can, you know, take a big old hit up top here. And I think we could still take the draw. And have enough for 4, right? Because this just draws on itself. Nope, it tapped our... This auto tap's ridiculous. So Ugin can survive with 1. Right? Nice. That's all he needs. And we're replenishing our hand. A lot of land. We wanted that Barrens untapped, but whatever. We could have actually done that all instant speed, so we should have waited. They're gonna kill our Orrery. And they took that shock earlier. That's gotta burn. And they know we have a second to play, so they might just take this, yeah. We're gonna take a draw here. So Ugin's dead because of the trample. Nice. Ouch. And it's all because of this henge. The henge is so good. What we need is another Ugin, which we know we're not top decking. So we need to draw it with the Orrery. What if we could do 20 damage? They have all their mana and 2 cards, probably removal. They're tapped. Crawling Barrens hits for 6. The Heart of Keld can hit for 13. Oh, they get, but it gets trampled. No, it doesn't. And they're laying in the creatures through the good graciousness of the Great Henge. My lord. No trample is the thing, which is so sad. I wish. So we definitely need some jazz here. Let's get that out of the way. Fire Prophecy's not good. Alright, Zirda. Reduced to 3, so it would leave us with 4. Which isn't enough. Let's end our turn. We need to defend, is the thing. And if he's not willing to attack us, we can just push our mana into the Crawling Barrens and continue to draw with the Orrery. I get they've got a good draw engine too, but I'm going to find that other Ugin. I'm going to find the next one after it as well. And we've got Kenriths, so like... I just don't want to lose the marbles before we're ready to pounce, you know what I mean? You dog. Forcing us to draw kind of sucks, whatever. The triple removal is not the worst. That basically fizzles. There's an Ugin on top. Let's block one. We need to Ugin and keep the removal. We should have done this beforehand, but whatever. We could have Heart of Keld kill the other all by itself. I didn't realize that. It's fine though, Ugin minus is gonna wipe everything. Oh, this costs more now that Zirda is gone as well. So we can only dump into it once instead of twice. Little misplays, you know me. But, you know, bringing them up, explaining them, so you guys catch them as well if you didn't already. I think we might get them. Right before our Ugin. Massive draws from the henge, though, is the thing. Second Ugin. Right, -4. Take a deep breath. Barrens in play. Pass our turn. That would tap it. We need them just to flood, right? No more draw from the henge. They're down to 25, we're at 24. We're playing a full game today. Taking the draw, then they'll play it, take another draw. Woo! Couple of value trains racing down the tracks here. They have to multiplay creatures to sidestep Ugin. This time we've got removal to back us up though. They have one creature to take. We have one, two, we have so many. No way. Well, that definitely helps them. Shoot. I'm telling you guys, the Great Henge is so good. It beats Ugin. The Henge beats Ugin. 10 times out of 10. You can't exile something worth 9. I'm telling you. Good. They're tapped here, which is good for us. Lands can go back. You two can get out of here as well. Land can go back. Let's take that scry. I love those barons, but we just need more removal, I think. We're ready to start beating them down. Getting rid of this Lovestruck Beast with pleasure. Now we hold up our removal. If we don't use our removal, we go into the Crawling Barrens. Woo! What a match. How do I deal with this henge? Come on! This is ridiculous. Why wasn't it showing us our whole sideboard, but here it is? That's so strange, right? Because when we had sideboard, we didn't have all of our cards. That's awkward. We're gonna have to check into that. Mammoth. And again, this is all made possible due to the Great Henge. We should have, on that stack. Yeah, we should have already done it. Shoot. Oh, this must be sorcery speed. That's why. We can't see because the text is gone. But I guess that must be why. So back and forth. That henge is amazing. We have to take the draw engine, unless we want them to draw out. Doing our best. They have no land to enter. A ram through, you dog. Take the draw. These are cheap right now. It could have removal on our Barons. That would make me sad, but let's go. Ooh, that's gonna cost a few life. Too bad we can't tap this. We don't have enough mana. I'd rather remove it anyways, I think. Right? This is a big hit. Oh, we would have had the mana if we played it earlier. You fool. Oh well. I like Kenny. Alright. Little aggression here. They're down to 18. We have lethal on board next turn. And then some. So back and forth. This is the craziest match I've played in a while. No haste. That's okay. You know, multiple permanents per turn is always good, though. And now they can just go crazy with the henge, but down to 15 cards in deck. That's a little bit of room. We're at 20. We need that third Ugin. You know what I mean? That final reset. I mean, I'm a little worried. If we could have top decked an Ugin, wiped the field, and then attacked with the Barrens, that would have been ideal, right? The ooze sucks. Whatever. I mean, we're going toe-to-toe with some of the greatest decks here. And, like, the long haul as well. Against decks that should not go this far with, ever. One of these cards is an Ugin. I wonder which one. We should have not played the land, played the Heart of Keld first, but yeah, see. Oh well. There's only 19 cards left, it doesn't matter. Let's just go all in. Well, that's expensive because we don't have that. This costs 6. And we have 11, so we can spend 5. Let's not sack the big one. Actually, let's keep that for defense. Did we just attack them? We definitely should have grabbed these with trample. We have 15 land. That's going to be a huge hit. I think we're missing lethal here, probably. You guys let me know in the comments. I want to use the Barrens on defense, I think. Probably could have went in for lethal, counting on them not having removal. And it doesn't look like they do. Okay, that's fine. We still have 5 mana. We can go to a 10-10, or sorry, half of that. So we can hit it twice. So we can go to 7, which is what they can go to. I think we might run out of creature. No, we definitely have more. Yeah, and Zirdas and stuff are still there. So Oh, they get 2 more from that. Nice. I did not think of that. We definitely should have went in with the Barrens. This is all my bad. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's okay. We still use the Barrens for defense like we wanted. That ooze is good. That ooze is real good. We need them not to have removal here, is the thing. Vivian's gonna -2. Yeah, we needed Kenrith's Trample for the Barrens. Oh, we definitely just missed lethal, I'm pretty sure. We should have taken both Barrens, and we don't know this for sure. They could have had sorcery or instant speed removal in hand, I don't know. You think they would have killed the Heart of Keld though. Well, this is gross too. We don't get to untap this, but we do have the other. That'll be an 8/8. So we do have to block with the ooze, and then the ooze can kill us by taking creatures from the grave. Wow. We should have went all in. I was trying to play conservative. So sad. Right? Good game. And that's not an Ugin. We can play the Orrery. Take the draw. Oh, jeez.
Diversity is our greatest strength.
I didn't go for it because I thought they had a Murderous Rider chilling. They're down to 11. We're at 19. This match has been so back and forth. It's ridiculous. It's not permanence as in lands, it's permanence as in on the field. Ouch. The more you know. Does it say non-land permanence? Alrighty, you know, we may have made a little bit of misplay there. I think we should have put both Crawling Barrens out, given them trample and haste, which they didn't need haste, through Kenrith, and banked on the fact that they didn't have removal and at least gambled rather than trying to play defensively and then just getting burned by the removal anyways. So the more you know, you guys, right? Go for gold. Greed wins games more than you know, right? So thanks for your time and attention. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friend, hit that bell icon so you're notified of all of our future uploads. We have a 500,000 gem giveaway. We're using Magic the Gathering Arena Assistant Overwolf link for free. Download to that, you know, join the pros, get in on that. And then of course, cash prize tournaments, blah, 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 blah. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing day. We'll see you soon.